this in the bag.
I did.
I swear.
I very much didn't have it in the bag.
Yeah,
Right.
I saw it 21-10 maybe, and I said the same thing.
Oh.
Because I think Connor also had ball. But here
Dude,
we are.
that's a key component of it, man. Like, you have to. There are plays that are just not going to go your way, and you just gotta try to stay level headed. That's what it comes down to a lot of times.
Yeah, Connor's not very good at that.
There we go. Okay.
Well, he's at least done it a couple times. You know what I mean?
You know, Hall champions and everything.
I mean,
you know,
you made it to the NFC Championship game one season, right? And then you made it to Super Bowl another season.
Yeah, and then got blown out. I remember that season very well.
If this is in slideshow mode again, I'm gonna throw up. What's going on?
Is it? It looks fine for me.
Does it? The BLN stream looks fine for you?
Oh, the BLN. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think this is in slideshow mode, which it shouldn't be because.
Wait, is that an actual mode?
No, I'm just saying it's like.
Okay.
Oh, I think it's because of this P6 thing. Okay, we may need to do 480p.
Wait,
then.
do you guys watch Cody's stream or do you watch the BLN stream?
You watch Cody's stream and that's how you're live with me.
Oh, you were throwing me off there for a second. I thought you said you guys are watching.
No. Just gotta check it though.
Cody's in practice, though, man. I'll be honest with you. I don't know how much practice mode actually does because there's no user on the field.
It's nice to get a little warmed up on the sticks.
Okay, this is working. Okay, so everything that says P60, like, I can't stream. I don't even know what P60 means, but yeah.
Oh, you're saying his stream is too crisp.
His stream's too crisp. C-Mass's stream is too crisp, but we're good now. Ladies and gentlemen, let's do a little pregame. You know, let's do a little pregame here for this divisional round matchup. I am joined, as you may have just heard previously, by the 2-1 seeds. First off, again, 3-time Super Bowl champion, the GOAT of this cycle, the God of Gods. Hero, how's it going?
It's going good, man. It's going good.
I absolutely love to hear that. And then also in the booth with me, a 3-time Super Bowl loser. He misses the wheel wrap, but he never misses in the booth. It is Little Alex. How are you doing?
I was good until you said that.
All right, well, we're on our bridge energy already. We got a really interesting matchup here. Obviously, 11-6, 3-seed LA Rams, 13-4, 2-seed Chicago Bears. The seeds almost feel a bit misleading because, as we know, Cody has not lost a game since the season before last. You know, when he's here, he wins. At least, you know, as of the last couple seasons. He has struggled a little bit last couple games. Again, you know, took an early deficit against Chap, almost lost that game. Took an early deficit to Lucky. Really didn't come close to losing that game, but did take that early deficit regardless. Obviously, I do think Cody, you know, with his recent playoff success, he is the favorite on paper. But here, I'll start with you here. Just give me your general prediction for this one. What are you expecting?
Yeah, I mean, I think it'd be very difficult to just go into this and say Cody is not the favorite. I mean, he hasn't lost a user game in like essentially 2 seasons at this point. So yeah, going into it, I got Cody, but you know, who knows? I mean, the last 2 games, you're right. He has struggled a little bit. You know, some turnovers that I think were a little uncharacteristic from him, especially against Chap. And if Alex can force some turnovers, I assume he clicked the snow game scenario, which, you know, that could lead to more turnovers. So we'll see.
And then, of course, we got little Alex Hero with his Cody Young son prediction. Alex, how do you see this game going?
I think I'm going to agree with Hero for the most part. If it does snow, though, I think that's a huge advantage for Alex since he does have whatever the ability is called. That's easy mode. I'm tired. But
a skateboard?
Yeah, I think no.
Freight train?
What's it called?
Oh, freight train.
But I think Potter could dominate. As we see, it is a snow game, but I think this could be a big game from Potter, and that's the key to Alex pulling up an upset. But I'm you too.
We are going to see Alex's Chicago Bears take the ball. Obviously, got their first playoff win of the cycle last week against Chase's Dallas Cowboys. Again, that was another game where Alex had a little bit of a shaky start, but then was able to come through. And that really has been the story of these playoffs, not to, keep bringing up my game, but you see users jump out to an early lead in the first half, not necessarily able to hold on to it in the second half. The Chase Alex game was another example of that. We do have a prediction from Petrie Kids 12 upset coming. Cody's been on a bender all week and is wearing it down emotionally and Mentally, yeah. We'll see. We'll see if the sun burns. We'll see if the drinks. We'll see if all that kind of plays a role here in this game. But as we go into Alex having the ball first, what do y'all think Alex's keys to the game are to win this one in the snow?
Pound the rock. The sooner he gets Freight Train activated, the sooner he can get rolling. I really think Potter's going to eat this game.
Here, I'll get to you 1 second here as we will have our first play of the game here. Motion's number 85 there, the tight end to the left, Cole Kmet, as we do have a power out to start things off. Absolutely nothing. Loss of 2 there. Dwayne Potter trying to secure his Hall of Fame candidacy. Not a good start.
Yeah, to answer your question, I mean, I think Dwayne Potter is obviously somebody you want to get involved, but I think, Cody is he's gonna defend the run first. I think he's probably thinking the same way Lil Alex is. So it's probably about getting the passing game going, honestly, some play action plays and some, maybe some nice drag concepts, things of that nature.
2nd and 12 here, kind of a tight gun formation here. Trips to the left out of Josh Allen and company. They will drop back. You got to watch those quick out routes. He does have that backed up, although the corner is wide open. Did he ever throw it? Oh my goodness, is Mooney able to get it, and only one man to beat Mooney. Able to get all the way to the 11-yard line. I thought it was a bit risky, but Mooney able to get the animation. Massive, massive game by Josh Allen to start things off.
Wow, what a catch.
I'd like to see one of those explicit spins there. Could have been a touchdown, but fantastic play from Alex there.
Let's not get demonetized here to end my time here in BLM here. First and 10 here again. Josh Allen making some adjustments. He will do an inside zone here. Dwayne Potter once again, not much going. Obviously, that's not a user tackle, but Cody's user against the run, unimpeachable in my opinion. One of the best users in the league is shutting down the run. Alex is going to have to figure this out.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be tough because, especially like Hero said, I think Cody's kind of got the same thought process. He knows Alex wants to pound the rock. So I think it's going to be tough seeing Potter go up against Cody's user. I think it'll be interesting.
He's going to need.
That's why I feel like you just got to use Josh Allen as much as possible with Escape Artist. You know what I mean?
Yeah. He's going to need variety in the run game. He's going to need to be unpredictable. He can't let Cody, key in on what the run is too early in the play, or else it's going to be tough going, even for a running user as good as Alex here. Again, we do have 2nd and 8. Pretty obvious cover 3s. Do have a stretch concept here. Again, Dwayne Potter, 3 rushes and absolutely nothing going so far. 3rd and long.
And it seems like Cody's winning the battle so far. Potter not really getting anything going. I think Randy Cherry would at least have positive yards by now.
You would, at least get back to the line of scrimmage. You would think
that's
so.
The fact.
So we do have, again, a 3rd and 9 here. Obvious passing down. There's no way Alex runs this, in my opinion, unless it is an Escape Artist run. But this is, these are the early plays that kind of test Alex's mettle here. What is he made of here? As he will drop back. Angle route is not open. Really good usering, although Josh Allen does have room out. Takes off, don't take it. Oh, my Lord, as Josh Allen gets his shit wrecked and fumbles at Levy with the fumble recovery. And you just, Hero, Alex, you can't take those hits. You just can't do it.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, that's absolutely not what you should be doing in the playoffs.
You got if you don't have anything there, man, you got to take your 3 points at a minimum.
100%. We've seen Cody make a few shaky reads these past few games. I think you got to at least trust your defense for the first few drives.
He didn't even attempt to slide. That's so, he got tackled at the 5. Josh Allen is going to break 2 tackles there. We do have a stretch here. Cam Akers was his first rush. Able to break a tackle. Able to get past another man. Oh my goodness! Alex is panic tackling left and right. Dwayne Potter, excuse me. Cam Akers showing who the real running back is. Touchdown Rams!
Oh my goodness. Cam Akers.
That might have been the most disgustingly bad open field tackling I've ever seen. He took down about 4 different defenders and sent them straight into the snow.
Yeah, that was very, very poor defense right there.
Looked like Dan out there.
I don't want to play amateur psychology here. We've seen 2 straight plays. Alex doesn't even attempt to slide, gets laid out, then just panic tackling in all the worst ways, diving like 10 yards away from the defender. Is Alex shook? Is Alex nervous? It's tough to say without knowing for sure, but those were 2 plays that would indicate to me that maybe he's not quite ready for primetime here.
I'm getting an ad while watching. What the fuck is this?
I've only ever seen that from a CMAS stream. That's some wild shit. Anyway,
I've never seen that.
I didn't even get the chance to ask y'all what Cody's offensive keys were because he's too cracked. He scored too quickly, so we'll get to that next drive. But for now, 1st and 10 again. Josh Allen company reeling. We do have play action here. Really good contain, although Josh Allen able to break through. Will Josh Allen take a shot? No, he doesn't. Josh Allen almost takes another hit, and Cody You don't want to, even though that's leading out of bounds, Josh Allen, I want him to slide or go out of bounds sooner there. That's a bit risky.
Little too aggressive here from Alex. I feel like this is going to get him in trouble.
Yeah, it's be real interesting to see how he responds again after getting just punched in the mouth to start this game off. 4:43 remaining, strong power here. Look that I love. Dwayne Potter again, absolutely nothing. 4 rushes, -3 yards. Canton just doesn't like what they're seeing right now.
He is throwing his gold jacket in the trash currently. This is tough.
I mean, I'm just gonna say it. Like, I feel like Dwayne Potter is just super slow.
What is his speed?
He's got to be like 89 speed. Like, he never seems to get around the edge.
2nd and 12 here. Once again, really good using. Will someone eventually find their way? Has the deep corner open. He will go to it. Will he get both feet down? No! The back foot steps out of bounds. Tough break there. But again, maybe waited a second too long. It's tough to get an animation there. 3rd and 12.
Yeah, I know Alex is going to be frustrated by that one, but you either got to throw that a little earlier or just a little later, and it's a completion.
No, I mean, a little, Alex. I think that comes back to the conversation we had last night where traits matter. I bet you that wide receiver does not have the trait where you make like those sideline catches.
That's a good point.
Yeah, very very odd animation there. Didn't even try to get his feet down. Really good play call there, in my opinion. Ends up going to the zig. It's Dwayne Potter not quite able to get the first down. Do you get aggressive here? As Alex answers the question here, 4th and 1. This will be his coach's decision if he ends up electing to go for this here. If he ends up liking the look. Drops back, does not trust Dwayne Potter. Oh, no! Oh, my goodness. I thought he was going to have the corner. Instead, goes to the drag. Either way, first down Bears.
Big play there. I like being aggressive.
Yeah, same.
Good play.
I like that.
I'm currently watching on 140p, and it's just a bunch of pixels because my stream keeps freezing. This is
140p.
This is fun.
I thought I was down bad with 480p. Petri kids, I'll get to your question here in just a second here. 1st and 10 again. Really good job of taking away the out routes, although he will go once again. This is... I don't see the names because, again, we're on 480p, ladies and gentlemen. Cody's stream's too crispy otherwise. Petrikis, to answer your question, this is a divisional round playoff game. Cody, defending champ, has been undefeated for the last 2 seasons, at least in terms of user games. Alex, trying to prove himself. He's only had 1 playoff win this cycle, so he's trying to prove that he's still one of those elite users in this league. Good offensive drive here, good response drive by Josh Allen and company. Again, 1st and 10. Trips to the left, not the first time I've seen this. RPO is Dwayne Potter. Nothing doing. This Rams D-line, it's not even Cody's dues right now. This Rams D-line has shown up in a big way here in Chicago.
Yeah, they really have.
He's improved, though. He went from negative yards to even. That's progress.
That is progress. You're right.
And at what point does Alex start giving up on the run here? We'll have to see, with it getting stuffed every play here. 2nd and 7, takes away the out route nicely. Ends up going to the other drag route. This is Cole Kmet. Kmet able to fall forward. Nice gain of 14 to the 22, excuse me. Josh Allen 5 for 6. And really conservative in the passing game so far, is Alex.
I don't hate it, especially in the snow. You can get a lot of weird animations from your quarterback.
I agree. And against this look, I'm running it all day. I don't care about the lack of success, but we'll see what Josh Allen chooses to do here. So he will end up handing it off. Dwayne Potter for the first time gets room. Dwayne Potter with beautiful blocking. Oh my goodness! Dwayne Potter, touchdown Bears!
What a run from Dwayne Potter. Not Hall of Fame worthy, but he finally has positive yardage.
Massive.
I'm honestly surprised he scored there. The Rams had Cody. Sorry, he had 2 guys that seemed to be in position there.
Absolutely massive response drive there, in my opinion. I think we were on the edge potentially if Chicago getting stopped there. I think we were on the edge of this getting really bad already for Alex, and that's huge. Make it make it a tie game and make Cody actually drive the ball on you again. We've only seen 1 play out of Cody. It was a 80-yard touchdown out of Cam Akers off the stretch. I'll ask Go real quick since I didn't get the chance last time. What are Cody's offensive keys to the game?
Here you can go.
I'll be honest, I can't even
I'll
count the
go.
lines. But I mean, I think the first drive was exactly what Cody needs to do. Get Cam Akers involved and just play smart football. I think having Gunslinger, obviously that's a huge plus on his side. So don't take too many chances because I think his defense is doing pretty well so far.
Yeah, and I think Cody is one of the best passing users in the league, but I mean, he's shown already that the run game is lethal, and I don't think Alex has an inside stuff or no outsiders or anything, so I think you just got to pound the rock.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Because right away there, we do have his stuff there on the halfback dive, early 3rd and inches territory. We do know Cody, he can be rather conservative when it comes to going forward on 4th down. I've berated him plenty of times in the chat for that, but ultimately he's here and I'm not, so I can shut the hell up when it comes to all that. But if you're able to get a stop here on 3rd down, this may be exactly what Alex needs here. We'll see what he's able to do here. We really have not seen the passing game. I don't think we've seen Tua even drop back yet. We've seen 3 rushes as he motions Brown to the right, really stacking up as Alex's Chicago Bears here. Will drop back, 5-man rush, goes to the immediate dump off. Cam Akers spins the wrong way, gets just wrapped up by his face mask, but that is a 1st down. That'll take us to the end of the 1st quarter, quick 1st quarter.
I love watching Cody's mannerisms throughout the game. I think we have very similar reactions, and it's just funny to me to see it live.
Fine!
Yeah, he like
That's
me!
Or like flexing, like he'll flex when his players do something good, like I'll do that, or like pointing forward when we get the first. I love it. I love that energy.
I don't know.
It is good energy. I agree.
I respect it though. As we do again another dump off and
Shut up.
Cody is an example of someone, you allow the flats to be open, you allow him to keep dumping it off. Like, he can get locked in the passing game real quickly. For me, like, early on in the game, and I say this is someone who, has struggled to stop Cody, but early in the game, I'm taking the flats away. I'm forcing you to look at, high to low, because if you're in that mindset, is once again, the quick out route is wide open. I think if you can get Cody in that mentality, maybe then, as the game goes on, you can get him into 1 or 2, maybe dumb deep shots downfield if he's in that mentality. But again,
right.
The play calling for Alex here making it very easy for Cody.
Yeah, the flats have been open every single time he's passed it so far.
1st 10 here, counter to the left. Cam Akers does have room, only 1 more man to beat. He will juke to the right and able to fall forward to Cam Akers. 4 for 115, and he doesn't have freight train, but Cam Akers a lethal running back in his own right. We know that all too well.
And just to talk about the flats thing, going back to that, I agree. Like, letting Cody heat up, it might not seem like a big deal, but letting him hit the flats over and over just gives a good passing user like him confidence, and then he's going to start dotting you up deep. You got to be a little more aggressive coming out the gate if you're Alex.
Yeah, I like, as a general rule against these elite users, I like aggression out the gate, and then as the game goes on, you settle a bit more and more, and just kind of get them into that mentality here. 2nd and 7, a tight concept here out of gun. We'll see what he chooses to do. He will drop back, and again, he's going to have X wide open, ends up going to it. Again, another wide open drag, and let's gain a 7. Will they give him the 1st down? Yes, they do.
He's got to make an adjustment. You cannot keep giving up these flats to Cody.
Yeah, he's basically trying to cover the middle of the field every single time. That's not where Cody's looking whatsoever.
I'll be honest. I thought Chap had a really good defensive game plan against Cody. Like, he brought a lot of heat.
Blitzing the shot at him. Yeah, again, flats wide open.
Yeah.
Cam Akers will take it for about a gain of 5. And, these aren't explosive plays. Yeah, these aren't chunk plays. But Cody's going to get real comfortable if you let him keep doing this over and over.
Yeah, I mean, that's 5 passes now, I believe. And he only has 29 yards. And Alex just refuses to make an adjustment. Maybe it's part of his game plan, but I don't know if I like it.
As he will finally now take with flats as he goes to the corner route. Touch! Down! LA!
And that's just beautiful play calling out of Cody. You keep on hitting him short, finally take that deep shot. I love it. Great read, too.
Yeah.
Armstrong got wide open. Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, really, really nice drive out of Cody there. Again, was nice and patient. Took a lot of time, established the run, established the pass, and ended up hitting him with what ended up, as you said, Hero, being a pretty wide open corner route for a touchdown here. We have seen Chicago in this situation before. Again, the game against Chase started in a similar way, I should say, where, Chase looked pretty dominant in the 1st half. But Cody ain't Chase, and that's no disrespect, but we're talking about, someone who's won, 30 straight games or some odd. This is going to be really, really tough for Alex if he's forced to play from behind here.
Yeah.
Do you know if Alex had zone drop set for the flats at all?
I got no clue. I couldn't tell you. As we have a new follower who I'll get to in a second here. So he will drop back, has the crosser wide open, will end up going to it here. This is Mooney once again, the 2nd chunk play here through the air. And these crossers keep hitting for Alex, as we do have a new follower, Patriot Kids, who's already been active in the chat. Thank you so much for the follow. And, while we've got people following.
You know what? That was a nice crosser route right there, though.
Be sure
Alex's offense through the air has been pretty solid so far. It's just can't get anything done on the ground, and he's kind of falling short at the end of his drives.
Yeah. And if this ends up being a game where Alex is forced to pass it like 30, 35 times because Potter can't get going, like, yeah, it's working for now, but over the course of a 32-minute game in the snow, I'm not sure how sustainable that is for Alex necessarily, but we shall see. It's working so far here. 2nd and 2, again, Dwayne Potter with one big run, one touchdown run, but other than that has gotten absolutely nothing here, as he will do, again, more play action, maybe not quite trusting Potter here, really try to force it. No, he doesn't. Instead, Josh Allen dives over the line, first down Bears.
I mean, he got the first, but he had like 2 people wide open for a second. I don't know what he's looking at. He had
the touchdown. He had the touchdown there on the post route.
And he doesn't hit any of them. I don't know.
Yeah.
He's the user that tends to look low to high, so maybe he's just not, seeing that necessarily deep downfield here. 1st and 10. Again, has not ran with Dwayne Potter, I believe, this entire drive. Will that change here? No, it does not, as he will drop back. Has the scissors route over there. Instead, we'll go the drag route. Again, wide open, and that is a nice juke there. Oh, Lord!
Laid out out of bounds, and he's dancing. I love that.
You get your soul sucked from you, and take that however you want, ladies and gentlemen. You get your soul sucked out of you, and then you get up and start dancing. That's playoff energy out of the Bears right there. I love to see it.
Yeah, it really is. It really is.
Obvious cover 3 look here.
That was a big play, so I respect the dance.
Yeah, no, you gotta let people know here. 1st and 10, this will finally be a handoff here. Dwayne Potter has room. Potter not quite able to fall forward. Gets about a gain of 3 here. At what point do you start calling timeout here if you're LI?
I honestly, like, maybe once it gets below the 2-minute warning, I think you just let Alex kind of play and see if he's smart and tries to go down and burn up the clock. And then you can start calling your timeouts.
Yeah, no need to use a timeout yet. Let it go the 2-minute warning and see what the situation is on 3rd down there.
2nd and 6 here. He will not quite get the 2-minute warning, so we will see a play here as he will come out in the I-4, make some adjustments. I'm not expecting him to snap it until the play clock hits 1 or 2. As he proves me wrong, he will drop back here. Good usering as he will end up going to Dwayne Potter. Dwayne Potter gets taken down. Good stop there, gain of 2. And this is where, 3rd and 5, the field's compressed ball at the 7. This is where I'm a little worried if I'm a Bears fan.
And Alex, I think, is a little too nervous in the passing game. And this is something I noticed against Chase, too. But he had that inside dig coming wide open, but just hits the flats a little too early.
Another thing to remember, he did already use his coach's decision. So, unless, I think it's, 4th and 2 where you can go for it here?
Yeah.
So, if he's not, press B with the ball, you forward. Daniel, what? I'm just seeing asterisks there. I mean, I can only guess what type of epithets Dan's spewing here in the chat. But 3rd and 5, as we will see again. Big play you got to at least get 3 yards here to have the coaches or to have the 4th down available for you here. Will he trust the running game here? I'm curious. Probably not against this look. So I'm curious to see.
Think so.
Yeah, I'm curious to see what Alex ends up doing here. And will we see a quick hike and haul? He does have a escape artist. Shout out to Steele. Shout out to many others here. He will drop back. 4-man rush. Good usering here. I don't see anyone open initially. Great usering. Josh Allen's going to take off again, and he will go down. And there is the first time out. Big stop there by the Rams. And really, it's the red zone offense that's been the difference in this game.
And again, I mean, I didn't see anything wide open, but he did have an out route to the left, and I think he might have been able to fit that in with a low ball. It's tough seeing Alex fail in the red zone multiple times now.
Yeah, I mean, at the same time, though, you get 3 points, and, you take a chance there, and you really take yourself out of the game if you throw an interception there.
And this also feels like a very different game if Josh Allen slides. It's 14-13 right now instead. It's just like these self-inflicted wounds, these self-inflicted damages you do to yourself against elite users like Cody, against defending champions like Cody. It's just the playoffs are not the time for that. Like we'll see. Maybe Cody ends up making a mistake. Maybe he makes up for it, but you just can't have that here. Two red zone drive for the Bears to come away with 3 points. That's just not the recipe for success here. Again, the stretch there will go for about a gain of 5. No huddle. LA taking their time here.
And Cam Akers already has Wrecking Ball activated, which isn't quite freight train, but it is still a pretty solid ability, and it's hard to bring him down.
It's it can feel like freight train sometimes if he gets those routes going. This is a concept that he loves. Had RB open, didn't go to it. Instead, he's going to take off here. Tua has all sorts of room. Tua may not be an escape artist, but he can get loose too. Gain of 19 there, gets out of bounds. More importantly,
Great pocket presence, great scramble.
Yeah, it honestly sucks right there for Alex because he defended everything so well. He didn't have anybody left in the middle of the field because he had 4 down linemen and only 1 linebacker. So that's the risk
Oh
you
my
take.
God. I thought Akers must break all those tackles. Instead, he will get approximately a gain of 7. And again, LA can tend to take their sweet time here. That they know how, or by them, I mean Cody. Cody knows how time works in Madden. He knows he's got plenty of time here. Don't need to burn those timeouts too early. I like what he's doing here. Is he will, again, take his time here calling this play. He will drop back. Good job taking away the flats here. Then he has the seam shot wide open. Harris gets absolutely saucy. He will waste time. Touchdown, Rams.
Beautiful read. Even smartly burns a little clock at the end. Cody is locked in right now.
What is with those diving tackles, man?
I think he was trying to squat, but that's tough.
I don't know, dude. It looked kind of late.
The diving tackles, like, they can be real effective in certain situations. We all know that, but I mean, when it's in the open field like that, and it's not, you're not like parallel to the ball carrier, it's like it can get real wonky on you. And yeah, there he just, in my opinion, if he had just never clicked onto that defender in the first place, he had to play on Harris, not necessarily to swat the ball, but to at least get him down to the ground. And Alex clicks on there, just dives completely away from Harris, and essentially hands him a touchdown, just like he handed Cam Akers that long touchdown earlier. It's again, these self-inflicted wounds that you can't have against users like Cody. Must score drive here, in my opinion. Remember, y'all, that Cody's about to get the ball to start the second half here, so you really got to make this a one-possession game if you're Chicago here, as he will drop back here. 4-man rushes the blitz, gets through, and Allen goes down big. Sack there, as I believe Chicago calls timeout. 2nd and 17. Wow.
Yikes.
So Wayne just watches him come around the edge. That's tough. Out of your Hall of Fame, supposedly running back.
When I look at what makes a Hall of Fame running back in BL, I look at how good their pass protection is, and that's just not good enough.
It's an underrated part of the game.
That's what I'm saying.
He just doesn't have the awareness to pick them up. I don't know.
They say it's a passing league. I don't know. I need you to get a little gritty there. It's a playoff game. I know Banyard would never. I know Banyard would protect Carpenter. Carpenter would throw a pick anyway, but at least Banyard would protect him. As he will, again, go immediately to the drag route. We have not seen a whole lot of aggressive play calling here in Chicago with their second time out, 3rd and 1.
Yeah, decent read, decent play, but 35 seconds, 3rd down with only 1 timeout is tough. Especially in the snow.
Petrie kids, let me level with you real quick. If you think, that Cody talks a lot about his Madden eliteness in real life, join the Slack for one day. This man is just on a bender right now. Like, he is bragging left and right. I miss the humble Cody. I miss the old Cody, but that Cody's dead, ladies and gentlemen. 3rd and 1 here. As he, I think, briefly had the seam shot open. Instead, again, just really, really conservative as he's going to go no huddle here. Man, you don't want that. 15 seconds left.
Yikes.
Yeah, this is interesting. I think you got to call a timeout there and see if you can get out of bounds on your next.
You got to call a timeout. You also got to take a shot more than 3 yards
or stop
downfield.
Throwing 5-yard
Listen,
drags.
I understand being afraid of the secondary, like 2 acrobats, Jalen Ramsey. I get it, but you got to do something here. As he will drop back, made him and post right up, and instead takes a seam shot. I don't know if he has it. It is overthrown anyway. Cody breathing. I'm not sure that would have been a completion if that had been on target, but regardless, we'll never know because that's an overthrow.
He could have got
Oh my
a little
gosh.
breakup there, but that's tough. Tough for Alex.
I think his wide receiver
But that's
honestly
what
has
happens
a step or two there.
No.
Dan saying crowns tonight. I unfortunately don't think I'll be able to, Dan, but you've got 2 beasts here who may want to with you here. 3rd and 10. Big play again. Has already used his coach's decision. 9 seconds anyway. He may not be in a situation where he wants to go for it regardless, but down 11, about to kick the ball away to start the second half of this. You got to get something on the board here. So he will once again drop back. Again, goes super shallow here. He's been nowhere near field goal range. Calls his last time out. I mean, Alex has just been way too conservative in the passing game. He's going to cost himself 3 points as a result.
I mean, I don't necessarily hate it. At least you're set up for a Hail Mary, but I would have liked to see him have a few deeper routes out there, and then if none of them are open, then you take the check down.
Yeah, I agree.
I honestly might run it, try to get a 10-yard rush for Dwayne Potter, try to get Freight Train activated. Instead, he will pass it. The QB spy is activated. No one open. Oh, my God! Now, okay, yeah, so that's gonna get swatted away. 21-10, Cody in complete control. Hero, I'll go to you first. What does Alex need to adjust? What does Alex need to do to come back and win this game?
I mean, first and foremost, he's got to get a defensive stop. I don't think he's stopped Cody a single time, so he's absolutely gonna have to come out in the second half and get a stop, and then, you know, I think he's gonna have to get Potter involved at some point. But yeah, it really just comes down to stopping Cody. He's down 11, so he's got to play some defense, or else offense doesn't even matter.
What do you think, Alex?
You're going to say it better myself.
Wow. All right, just riding the coattails of other commentators. You love to see that. 1st and 10. Again, LA. Not only have they scored every drive, it's looked pretty easy for them so far. I know Alex prides himself as a defensive user. I will give Alex his credit. I do think he's pretty good as the game goes on making defensive adjustments. Got to make them right now. You know, a 28-10, a 28-10 game here feels like ball game in my opinion. So you got to get a stop right now as we do have play action here. He will have RB wide open once again. The flats just continue to be wide the hell open for Cody. And again, 8 for 8. Look at that. He's going to keep taking them.
8 for 8, 102. That's efficient football, baby. But way too easy. Alex needs to change something. I understand it in the first half if you're trying to bait him, but now you're down by 11 and still not changing anything. Questionable.
I mean, obviously Cody's an elite passing user. I think there are plenty of users in this league where, like, if you give them these types of looks offensively, if you keep allowing the drags to be open, as he will now finally go to levels concept. Oh my goodness, is 81 able to take it all the way to the 41 here? But as a general rule, if you allow the flats to be wide open over and over and over, like, it's not just Cody. Like, I could name you plenty of users who would be almost as efficient here.
Yeah, I think Nick would be very efficient here too. Anyway,
taking a half here, stretch play here. Cam Akers. Ooh, I thought he was gonna have room. Cam Akers breaks tackle, ends up taking it to about the 39. And yeah, I think Cody Dude has a missed opportunity there. If he's a little more patient, I think he could have taken that to the house potentially. Thank you, Morty.
Cam Akers just has a ton of room on every run.
Yeah, he really does.
There's just no run deep.
Yeah, whatever stretch plays Cody's running, they seem to be very effective whenever I watch him play.
Handoff here, Cam Akers once again has all sorts of room. And I'm going to say something controversial here, and y'all can talk me off the ledge here. If you're on defense, right, if you can't stop the run and you can't stop the pass, you're not going to have a very good chance of winning the game. That's just one man's opinion. Now, maybe it's a little too hot of a take here for BLN, but that's just my opinion. You got to stop something here if you want a chance of winning, and so far Alex has done neither. Your third one, he will drop back. The blitz is not getting through. Oh my goodness! Oh, I thought, man, that's a gunslinger dot there. Armstrong almost gets the first down, almost gets the touchdown. Excuse me. 10 for 10 for 160. My God.
Yeah, I do have to disagree a little bit. Your defense can be bad if your offense is on fire, but yeah, when you don't have any offense, no defense, yeah, I don't know how you win. It just doesn't make sense. Doesn't add up.
Goal line, toss play, Cam Akers, touchdown Rams.
And
it's too easy. It's too easy. Again, I mean, he's got 10 yards of room there.
Yeah, that seems like a Cody staple. He runs a lot of toss plays on the goal line.
Cody's got this one in the bag, man. He's selling it as he goes into the end zone there.
You know.
Oh man.
You know, I mean, not a single incompletion. Cam Akers something like 10 yards per rush, I want to say. It's tough look for Chicago. Again, you know, Alex, he's had over the last 2 cycles where really, you know, he's had his playoff struggles, you know, only winning 1 playoff game last cycle and what looks like it's going to be 1 playoff game this cycle. His struggles have mostly been, in my opinion, on the offensive side of the ball. He's had a pretty unimpeachable defense even throughout his struggles, but you know, and maybe it's just Cody, you know, maybe Cody's just Cody here, but I think we're seeing, you know, not the best defensive game playing out of Alex, and then also just bad open field tackling, which I do not associate Alex with bad open field tackling at all. I think he's one of the best open field tacklers in the league, and he just has just handed Cody 2 touchdowns here.
Yeah, no, I agree. I'll say this too, for the folks that like to talk about skill gap and everything. I do wonder if we took away Gunslinger, how that would kind of affect the league as a whole.
Are we saying Cody's all ability? Is that what we're saying here?
No,
On
I'm not saying
BLN?
it from like a toxic standpoint, but
That's
like
fine.
I think most abilities don't really matter too much. You could throw in like a couple QB abilities and then maybe like freight train, evasive, or whatever, right? But like if we're going to talk skill gap, gunslinger is one that just I mean you could put your girlfriend on the sticks and she could probably throw a couple drags.
The only Hall of Famer I see in the field right now, Jonathan Talley, able to get his first sack of the game, and that'll make it 3rd and 9. Alex, to put it lightly, is in deep trouble here. He's got to, not only does he have to convert this, he's got to score, and then he needs help after that. Like, that really is where we're at this point. But this part comes first here, 3rd and 9. He will drop back, 4-man rush. Again, good user. He doesn't have the flats open. Again, he keeps going to these flats. And okay, yeah, it works there because you get the spin. But he just, it's not good enough here. 1st and 10. 3:45 remaining. Josh Allen shuts the crowd up. Maybe he shuts me up. Maybe Alex is listening to my commentary here as he will do a 4-man rush. May have briefly had the seam open. Instead, we once again go to the angle route. Amaya, the hero of the game against Chase, starting to get going here. More no huddles. I'll get to y'all in just a second here. Again, 2nd and 1. We have not seen much Dwayne Potter. Will we see him now? No, he doesn't. Gets trapped on the D line. May have the crosser wide open. Ends up going to New. It doesn't get intercepted by Jalen Ramsey. I'm not saying what college he's from because fuck that. But Jalen Ramsey able to spin off him. Will not be a pick 6. Congrats to Cody. He will move on to the NFC Championship game.
Oh, wow. We're calling game already.
Yeah, I mean,
Yes.
it's effectively over.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
This game's over.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No, I'm not counting Alex out. I can't count him out yet.
Oh my,
Relax.
Alex. He's down 18. He doesn't have the ball.
Nah, that's my dog. That's my
Oh
dog.
my gosh.
Do you see Cody screaming? Do you see Cody screaming there? He's not losing this game.
Oh, and his best cornerback goes down. Yikes.
I'll be honest.
Hey, Connor.
Every
Oh,
Cody
sorry.
has ran a stretch. Sorry, that was a power concept. But it almost seems like every time he runs the ball, it's like a 10-yard gain.
Yep. As we may see another one here, Cam Akers has room, not quite able to follow the blocking, but that is another gain 6. Alex, what toxic comment were you about to make?
Oh, I was gonna ask you if me and Dan were to play at midnight, would you commentate?
I'm here.
Oh my. That's
I'm
got so much heart, man.
I'm here. Jesus. Even that's a completion. Like, that was the first, force read of the game, and even that's a first down. It's just one of those days.
Yeah, everything is just going right for Cody. This is one of the most locked in playoff games I've seen out of him, I think.
Yeah. Hand off here again, Cam Akers.
Yeah.
I don't even know what to say at this point. It's just like I said, like Hero said, the game's over. I don't see why Alex doesn't see it, but we're commentating a dead man walking here.
13 rushes for 172 yards. My God, and what? 2 touchdowns? Yeah.
2 touchdowns, yep. And he's gotten his in the passing game too. Versus Dwayne Potter, he had 1 30-yard run, and then other than that, hasn't done jack shit. To put it kindly.
Nah, Alex is about to get a pick 6 here, and he's coming back. Just wait.
Oh my gosh.
All right, bet. 3rd and
wait.
2. He will flip the entire play. May not be able to get this play off now. Excuse me, he will. I thought they were going right here, as he will hand this off. Cam Akers not quite able to get the first down. It's because Cody thought he got the first down, but he's gonna 4th and inches on the 1-yard line. He's gonna take his field goal.
Oh, Cody, just QB sneak it. Oh, man.
Dude, if you look at Cody, man, there's no way he's losing this game, man.
He's literally just smoking and joking over there, man.
What did
It's
I
only
say
a
though about that
3% game.
Undertaker gif being every time Johnny Hecker sees a 4th and 1? What did I say though? Am I wrong about that, BLN viewers?
No,
Am I wrong
you're
about
not
that?
wrong. You're not wrong.
I get the game situation here, but I'd like to see him maybe have a bit of a killer instinct there. But again, he's fine. 31-10 here, still a 3-possession game, but Chicago gonna need a lot of help. Some loyal BLN viewers would say ride or die for that school. Yeah.
So I will say this though, like if you have Josh Allen, I would have expected him to be like running a lot more play action. Maybe I'm wrong, but I feel like he's only run like maybe 3-4 play actions all game long. Like if I had Josh Allen, I'm trying to use that mobility as much as possible.
Hand off here, Dwayne Potter on an
100%.
off-tackle concept. Potter with a little bit of room there. Potter with a nice juke, able to fall forward as well, able to get it to the 37-yard line. Cody upset. I think he wants to prevent Potter from getting into the Hall of Fame. Ladies and gentlemen, I gotta wait for Cody to call a play here. Punch out 5 in the chat!
Dwayne Potter, just that one run right there actually made his game look 9 rushes, 44 yards.
You'd like to see a little more from your Hall of Fame running back, is all I'm going to say here. 1st and 10, again, Alex needs a miracle at this point. I'm not going to say... Actually, I am going to say it's over, because look at that. Sebastian Joseph Day says, absolutely not.
Cody's flexing kills me every time. I love it.
Cody, we need to see that flexing in Chicago when he clothesline Justin. Let's go. Book the tickets.
Cody's been lifting, too. You can just tell.
Listen, the man's swole. It is what it is here. He will drop it.
Lifting a lot of trees.
Really good using, although Donaldson ends up making a weird animation there, kind of stutter steps back towards the middle of the field, and Rayner able to get the crosser as a result.
And you can see Josh Allen's stats. Like, through the air, he has not been bad at all. He just didn't finish. It feels like he hasn't really had that many offensive drives, and he hasn't finished on 2 of them.
Well, no, it was the 2 times. Honestly, it was just the 2 times he went to the red zone where he came away with 0 points.
Yeah, if he scores 2 touchdowns there, I mean, he's only down by 7. He's down by 1 possession with the ball.
Yeah, with the ball. Yeah.
Are you telling me that if different things happened, it would be a different game?
Yeah.
That's essentially.
Shit.
Yeah.
Shit. All right.
If he scored more points, he wouldn't be losing by so much.
2nd and 2 here. He will drop back as
That's a fact.
feels like Cody's keying in a little bit on these quick out routes to Dwayne Potter. Josh Allen, again, on paper, a pretty good stat line, but we all know the deal. Like, if you've watched this game.
Oh, Dan said, sure, why not? Let's go, baby.
Why are you forcing Dan to play tonight, man?
No, Dan actually asked me to play tonight first. I think he only wanted to play tomorrow because you and Steele felt like holding up the whole league. He wanted commentary.
Yeah.
And here we are.
You know what I think this is with him going to Dwayne Potter 3 straight times here in the passing game? I think he's trying to pad Dwayne Potter's stats, and frankly, in a playoff game, that's disgusting. A playoff game where you're losing, for that matter.
Craziness.
Hand off, Potter, nothing.
So how are you guys doing today? How was your guys' day?
Oh my gosh.
Pretty good, man. Honestly, pretty good. Feels good to be nearing the weekend, How's yours?
Of course. Pretty solid. I can't lift because my shoulder's messed up, but like we're getting some cardio in. We're walking on an incline.
Little
little
fake
sweat.
PA touch pass there. Josh Allen has absolutely no room. We're back up, and old habits die hard. Even with the escape artist, he's taken like a 15-step drop back.
You got to take those 15 steps to the right or the left.
Yes.
Not back.
Yes.
Come on.
Again, hike and hauling is illegal. Hike and roaming. Hike and roaming, ladies.
Hike and hauling isn't even illegal.
No one punches that shit that way. Y'all should have seen some of the shit that Steele did against me in our game this season. I was hot. Woo!
Oh my gosh. Dude, you're gonna make him go on a tirade in the chat.
Yeah, he can say whatever he wants. Is again, 3rd and 12, a nice little 3-yard drag route for the people. We absolutely love to see it. This is what we need here. I just
do you think he takes his 3 just to pad the stats a little?
Talking big picture here. Actually, I'll call this play first, and then we'll talk big picture. 4th and 6 has a trade concept to the left. Trips concept is he will drop back. Seems to. Oh my! Acrobat, ladies and gentlemen. Cody's in tears. Cody's literally in tears.
I missed it.
That's how hot that play was.
Damn it.
Yeah, Steele, the score of the game where he played against Tim Tebow, yeah, it got pretty rough, but again, it was against Tim Tebow. And you felt like you needed a hike and all to beat Tim Tebow again, apparently.
That's why you lost, because you didn't use Tim Tebow. You started Daniel Jones.
Not against Steele, I didn't. Against Steele, Tim Tebow.
against Dan.
Against Dan. I mean, Tim Tebow wouldn't have put up a sorry ass second half like that, if I'm being honest. Cam Akers with not a ton of room. All right, we're getting big picture here. We're staring down the barrel. Chicago Bears, Alex Gossett, multiple-time Super Bowl champion. He came out of Madden 21 with one playoff win. He's coming out of Madden 22 again with one playoff win. What do you think? And little Alex, I'll start with you on this, and we'll go to Hero. What do you think is the thing, or you can even say multiple things if you want. What do you think is separating him right now from the elite users in the league?
I mean, I haven't seen a lot of his games, but whenever I played him, and even just seeing his game against Cody today, it just doesn't have the ability to adjust properly. Like against mid-tier users, it seems like he does a good job, but against the Codys, the Dans, the not Connors, the Heroes, like those types of users, it feels like he just gets beat in the same way throughout the whole game. And he's given me little Alex Madden 21 vibes, where it just seems like he's always on the bridge. Like he's always getting ready to jump. I think a big part of his recent, not success is his mental game. I think he needs to work on staying calm even when something bad happens.
Hero, I'll direct the same question to you if you have, any more opinions to add. What do you think?
I mean, to me, it's season 6, and I don't know if he's made any drastic improvements roster-wise outside of like Dwayne Potter and Josh Allen. I think that is a key component. Now, I mean, the Chiefs team that he had, I guess that was a pretty good roster, but I mean, I'm looking at his team. I'm looking at your team season 6, and you've got like only one blinker on defense. Then I don't know what you've really been doing in terms of developing your team.
That's true as well. I feel like he's trying to copy Dan. Dan isn't necessarily the greatest GM, but he's just a dog on the field, so it doesn't matter.
I also think Dan's gotten better at GMing. I think you look at that Minnesota Vikings team. Yeah, the defense is the best on paper, but they do have a couple of blinkers where it counts, and then that often, J.C. Burns, Calamont, etc. I know a lot of that's development, but I do think, his GMing's gone up. I agree with you in general about the GMing point you made for the Chicago Bears, but I think more than anything, I would kind of lean with what Alex was saying, where if an elite user, I'm not saying I can do this because, I struggle with the same thing sometimes, but, if you shut down Alex's plan A, I don't really know if he has a plan B that can compete with the elite users. Cody, saw what Alex was trying to do, saw that he was sitting in the flat, saw that, did a really good job of shutting down Dwayne Potter, did a really good job of, in the second half, starting to shut down those routes. And you didn't really see Alex, especially in the red zone, to be fair, but you didn't really see Alex adjust. You didn't really see Alex, be able to adapt to the looks, to the schemes that Cody was throwing at him. And I think more than anything else, we've seen in a lot of these playoff games, as the game goes on, his offense gets stagnant. It gets locked up. Again, I'm not saying against every user. I'm saying against the elite users who can, identify stuff like that. He's not quite able to figure out, a varied scheme that he's able to kind of make adjustments as the game goes on. Steele with some toxic ass comments that I'm not even sure I want to read, but I will anyway, just to watch the fireworks. Hero has 21 90-plus players. Alex has 5. Hero, what do you think about that? Alex has 5.
I mean, a certain element of that is, obviously the team you get initially. But I mean, I'm in one of the tough. I would say I'm probably in the toughest division in the entire league. And if I was able to develop and make the trades to get to that point, then that should be seen as more of a plus, in my opinion, than it would a negative thing, So, I mean, you can spew all the all team stuff as much as you want, but I mean, you start with 4 superstars, X factors on the Browns roster, and if we're gonna really go that route, if we're really gonna go that route, Steele's probably not winning a Super Bowl without Kyler Murray, right? I mean, players matter. I mean, I think we all understand that players matter. So I don't really know what he's trying to get at there, but
we have the coach of the. Oh shit! Fuck. Okay, go ahead.
Oh, I was just saying, fuck Steele. You can go.
Okay, that's on God. We do have the coach of the still undefeated for the last 2 seasons, L.A. Rams in the building. A wire-to-wire decisive 31-10 victory over Alex's Chicago Bears. Again, he will move on to the NFC Championship, where he will face the winner of Dan v. Little Alex, which is going on, it sounds like, pretty much right after this. Cody, give me your thoughts on the game.
Yeah, I mean, we knew it was going to be just a tough one. Snow games are never easy. My blocking played really well. Cam Akers was absolutely eating, breaking tackles left and right. But yeah, again, the blocking down the field, I was getting like 5 yards a pop, which I don't know. I think me personally, I think I'm one of the more dangerous users. If I go over 100 yards, I think it's tough to beat me. I think for a lot of users, they're probably thinking like if I can keep Cam Akers under 100 yards, then he gets a little bit one dimensional. And so, yeah, everything was just working really well. The flats were there, and then I felt like I was attacking down the field pretty well. And yeah, I mean, really, the game plan was just to let Alex pass all I wanted. I didn't, like, I didn't want to have to deal with Dwayne Potter getting freight train or anything like that. So I wanted to give him a lot of sets where he thought like, okay, I can pass this. And even if he could pass it, then I thought I like my opportunity when he gets down to the red zone to get a couple stops. And that's, yeah, exactly what we did. We got the big hit stick fumble, which maybe he tried to slide. I'm not sure. And it was just like a late slide click or whatever. And then made him settle for another field goal, I think right before half, potentially. And then I ended up going down and scoring as well. So yeah, it was definitely bend but don't break. And I don't know, I felt good on offense, for the past 3 seasons. Connor, you slammed the door shut on me 3 seasons ago. Obviously won it all last year when undefeated, and I've still felt really good. Every game's been a playoff game since I've got back from all my trips. So we've been locked in.
EA slammed the door shut on you, to be clear on that one. I will ask you a quick question here. I'm going to read off some names, and I'll tell you why I'm reading off these names. I'm going to read off some names. Lucky, Little Alex, Dan, P-Town, Connor, Dealing Debts, Nick, give me 1 second, Cam, Justin, Alex, Jesse. These are the 11 users who have bet against you, who have gone against you in the voting booth in one of the last 2 games you've played. Do you have any messages for those users?
I just, maybe they're just, excited to see the underdog or something like that win. But, I just think the proof's in the pudding. Like, until somebody beats me, it's going to be hard to vote against me, right? I mean, and I'm not saying that, like, I'm not trying to be cocky. Like, I think that I knew Lucky was going to be a tough game. I knew this was going to be a tough game. I know, whether I play Dan or Alex, it's going to be a tough game. But at the end of the day, no one's beat me yet, right? And I've played a lot of those. Like, I played Lucky this season. I've played. Did I play Dan this season? No, Dan got a forced win against me. But played Dan last season. Played Austin this season. I don't know. I'm just saying. I definitely. We definitely were writing things down. We were seeing the votes and we saw, interesting. Only 2 votes for the Rams when it was Giants v Rams, and then we let that fuel us a little bit even more, which we'll see if it keeps going.
Alex, you got any questions?
First of all, yeah, I voted against you because you're ass, Cody. But no, I just like support my brothers. Like I gotta support Lucky. He's in my division. But
Yeah, I get it.
He dominated from the start. That was almost a perfect football game. I don't know how many incompletions you had, but it had to have been less than like 3. So congrats on the win. Congrats to advance to. I mean, you're about, like, without that vacation, it's crazy to me. You would break the record, right? If you win the Super Bowl. I think the record is just falling short. I don't believe Ben won it, but
I think but they're not gonna, like, the BL lore faithful, the Alex and the Dans, like, they're not gonna they're gonna leave it at 20. They're gonna leave it at 20. Like, even though I've won, like, even though I think if I win the Super Bowl, I'll be at like 32, it'll still read 20 in the book. But I get it.
Yeah. Hey, I'm on your side. I think it should be recognized in some way, shape, or form. I don't really have any questions because you just dominated. So just congrats on the win and good luck in the next round unless you're playing me.
All right. Cody, we'll let you get your last word in after, but we move on now to Coach Alex Gossett. The cycle comes to an end. Again, a 31-10 loss against these LA Rams. Good cycle out of you, Alex. What are your initial thoughts on the game before we get to questions?
I mean, I think I did about as good as I could against the caliber of user that Cody is and the caliber of team that he has. I mean, what else are you going to do against that D-line and Jalen Ramsey when you have the Bears? I mean, but Cody played a perfect game. I got nothing to complain about, and just got to play better.
All right, obviously, I've been on my memes, I've been on my bullshit in the chat, but, I'm not actually, a straight-up Dwayne Potter slanderer. I'll give him his fair shake when it comes down to it. I want you, for the people, we still have about 15 viewers here, which is awesome for a post-game interview. Give me your defense. Why is Dwayne Potter a better league Hall of Famer, in your opinion?
I mean, he won Offensive Rookie of the Year the first draft. He was the first AI player to 99 overall, and I think he's better than Randy Cherry. Randy Cherry's all volume, and Randy Cherry's fumbled 16 times in his career. Potter fumbled 6.
Wow.
Jeez, Butterfingers Cherry, my God. Alex, you got anything?
No, just.
Oh,
thanks for
I meant
coming,
little Alex. Sorry, little Alex.
Yeah.
Little Alex. Yeah. You're muted, little Alex.
Hey, thanks.
Yep.
I'm going to check Potter and Cherry's stats. We're just going to make sure the claims are not slanderous. But yeah, congrats on making your best run of the season. I know it's not been the best cycle for you, but I think you'll be all right next cycle. And my question is, can you release the ball count?
No.
All right,
I will on
no.
July 17th.
my real question is, are you excited for next year? And how will you rebound from these last 2 rough cycles?
Oh yeah, I'm definitely ready for next cycle. This whole cycle after the Ghost Fans playoff game has just been, I've been chucked out the whole time. I've been ready for this to be over because I never recovered from that. That just killed my mojo for this whole Madden. But I had a fun last season at least, so
that's good. That's what it's all about, man.
Cody, I'll ask you one more quick question, and then this is how we'll wrap up the stream. And again, stick around, y'all, because we are going to watch Dan v. Little Alex here in about 10 minutes, probably. But
I'll color com with you.
Oh my God! Shit!
Let's go.
All right, well, we got a Connor Cody booth coming up, ladies and gentlemen. But Cody, obviously, you're on the Mount Rushmore of better league users. Absolutely, no one can deny that. That's an obvious statement. The one thing you have never done in your career in the better league is win multiple Super Bowls in a cycle. Am I correct in saying that? I think I am. Multiple Super Bowls in a cycle.
Yeah, that's correct.
Do you think this would be, if you are able to, clinch this out when you're second straight, do you think this would be a legacy defining win for you where you maybe, solidify yourself as like the clear number 2 behind Austin? Or like how do you think this would impact your legacy in the better league if you're able to win this one?
Yeah, I think so. I think a lot of people probably, they see me as the, probably the most consistent better league, user. And there's stats to go behind that, but definitely, we joke about it, whatever. But yeah, I do lack, some of the clutch gene that maybe the Austins and the Dans have had that end up getting them, winning them Super Bowls, winning them these close playoff games where I have tended to choke a little bit. And so, but yeah, it's been great to, be the first user to win, 3 straight rings and 3 straight cycles. But yeah, no, I think if I were to get 2, if I were to end up to finish this out, and even though, my record is, says 6 losses, but everyone, will actually know that if I do win the Super Bowl, that I haven't lost a game since last season. I do think that would be a pretty, legacy defining moment. I think people would then, maybe look at me as maybe number 3, and it goes, maybe it would go Austin, or maybe go Austin Morty than me, or me and Dan might be pretty tight there for tied for 3rd place, but yeah.
Beautiful stuff. All right, well, congrats Alex on a great cycle. Congrats Cody on winning this one again, 31-10 victory over the Chicago Bears. He will move on to the NFC Championship game where he will face the winner of Dan versus Little Alex, which again we'll find out about 5 to 10 minutes here. Stick around, y'all. Obviously, I'm going to cut this stream just to make sure there's a break here between the 2 games, but we are going to be back here live on BLN. It's going to be me and Cody commentating I was about to say the slur. We're going to commentate the Washington football team versus the Minnesota. Yep.
Real quick, I just want to say, shout out to Alex. I really agree with him. I think he played a really good game. I think I just played a perfect game. I think the fumble gave me a big boost. That overthrow, had that not been overthrown, had that been completed, changes the game regardless. All I want to say, shout out to Alex. Great cycle, great season. Love him.
Thank you. Can I have 2 toxic comments real quick, and then we're done?
You can have as many as you want. I don't shoot. This is your league. I don't care.
1, what the fuck was that acrobat pick at the end? That was bullshit.
It might be an all-time clip. We're gonna have to highlight. We're gonna have to clip that.
Yeah,
and then you'll have to
Cody.
say
I
it.
mean, Cody was in tears. Like the man was like in the ground in tears. It was.
I could tell because like he didn't pick a play for like 2 minutes,
He came out of nowhere.
and then he dove between Mooney's legs, and then two, Chap, what the hell, man? You had a 6-game head start. Cody's had it too easy for too long. You started 9-2. Let this man creep into the playoffs. Like it's just too easy for him. Like, come
I
on.
even gave Phil a free force win too.
You gave, yeah, but then you took Ryan behind the shed and took that force win from him too. Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah, Ryan had a real good shot against Cody in that one. You're right. That would have been a good one. Yeah, the scissors were open. Unfortunately, that's what I have to say about that game. Congrats, Cody, once again. We're gonna cut this short. I know Dan and Lil Alex are raring to go, so I will cut the stream here. But thanks for watching, and tune in here in a few minutes. Peace.